Hey, good morning, Programming 12. I'm so excited to be starting this journey of learning. It sounds so cheesy, but I don't know. I'm in a cheesy mood. Before we get started with the programming, I actually wanted to start with possibly the most important thing of all, and that is how to go about this course, like what kind of attitude to take. And this picture I have in the background here, the Adventure Time. Where? Oh, there it is. This one here. This is a painting that a student made for me several years ago, and I hang it proudly in my wall, on my wall, not in my wall, and it really reflects my attitude towards learning and many of your attitudes as well. So I just want to encourage you to remember this as we move forward. Of course, it's from Adventure Time, and the quote is, "Dude, sucking at something is the first step to being sort of good at something," which of course is the next step to being good at something, and so on and so on. So, anytime during this course, you might feel uncomfortable, you might feel lost, you might feel confused, all sorts of different feelings might come up. But remember, that's natural. That's actually part of learning, and that's totally okay for you to feel that way. Even if it's not great feeling, it is a normal and natural feeling, and it doesn't indicate your skill, It doesn't indicate your potential. Everybody, even the person with the highest potential in the world, for programming excellence, feels or felt this way at some point. Now, many of you have gone through programming 11 and sort of had that experience, and you're moving on, but you still might have that experience. And of course, there's people here that are taking programming maybe for the first time. So part of what we can do is help those around us if they're feeling that way, to just remind them that, oh yeah, I was there too. I struggled with that as well when I was first learning, all the different kind of tricky things. So I really hope that we can work together to build that attitude and that resilience. Another thing I wanted to mention is that in Programming 11, I began the course reminding everybody that we all belong here. And I know that it's harder for some than others because the stereotype of, who is good and who is bad with technology can be harmful to people, especially if you don't match that stereotype of the tech entrepreneur or the tech nerd or whatever. And I want to remind you about that because all that stuff is nonsense, but it is real in that it can be something you've absorbed. And so I just want to remind you that as we get started, remember that you belong here, and there's no reason why you can't succeed with everyone's support. And there's no right gender or right race or anything that is made for programming. Everybody can succeed at this. So, with that in mind, I am gonna move on now to the content about how you program and how you use processing, but keep these ideas in your mind that it's okay to struggle. In fact, it's essential to struggle, and you belong here. All right, thanks everybody. Let's get started. Bye. I don't know what I did. See? Struggling. Struggling is. I struggle with these videos.